Welcome to Pat Gray Unleashed.
Thanks for being here. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Elon Musk teasing round 2 of Twitter files, showing the company suppressed Hunter Biden laptop material, and it really did it kind of behind the back of, not kind of, they did it behind the back of Jack Dorsey, who was the CEO at the time. And so...
That may have been one of the more interesting facts in all of this.
Yeah, they just did it without his knowledge. Just a bunch of executives got together and said, you know what? Nah, we don't want this out there. We just don't want this out there. You know what we'll say is it was hacked. And so they did. And they did. And when Dorsey found out, I don't think he did much about it. What are you going to do?
Yeah. I mean, it was deeper than just the Hunter Biden story.
Yeah.
My gosh, the communications between politicians and Twitter.
Oh, yeah, the White House and Twitter. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, after Biden got in, yeah. It's... I mean, it's a destruction of free speech. I mean, if you're a politician,
absolutely it is,
and you're trying to stop debate in America,
yeah,
you're doing this wrong.
Really
I think
bad.
Ian Miles Chong made a good point. Don't leave this in Congress's hands. They're not going to do anything with this information. This needs to be state AGs going after these guys, and I think that's absolutely right. You need the states to be.
I doubt it's going to happen, but I hope so. I mean, it should. It should. This is just, it is unconstitutional what they're doing here. Elon Musk dropped the bombshell of information on Friday about the laptop and all of that. Said he's not done yet. On Friday evening, the Twitter CEO teased that another trove of emails and conversations between Twitter employees would be released sometime Saturday.
I know.
Did that happen? I don't think so.
No, I keep checking his profile. I'm not seeing it on there. And I keep hearing of a delay, so I don't think it's been released yet. But, they're getting all their ducks in a row, I guess.
But he said, tune in for episode 2 of the Twitter files tomorrow, which didn't happen tomorrow or Saturday, as it were. Earlier on Friday, Musk shared files with Substack journalist Matt Taibbi, and who then publicly shared them in over 30 tweets. The thread included screenshots of emails showing that Twitter employees suspended, banned, or censored users who commented on Biden's laptop. Wow. What you're about to read is the first installment in a series based upon thousands of internal documents obtained by sources at Twitter, Taibbi began. He also said that Twitter, as a social media app, had eventually regressed from an arena of free expression to a sphere dominated by tools for controlling speech.
Yep.
Slowly, over time, Twitter staff and executives began to find more and more uses for these tools. Outsiders began petitioning the company to manipulate speech, as well. First a little, then more often, then constantly.
Yeah, if you'll recall, I had just posted like the 15-minute of raw footage from C-SPAN of Joe Biden touching little girls in October of 2020.
Shut that down?
They locked my account. Then when you posted it again with no commentary, it just wouldn't post. It was ridiculous. And this stuff was happening just with private messages as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is, they were definitely shocker in the bag for Biden.
Yeah. Yep. The Twitter files showed that on at least one occasion, the Biden team instructed Twitter employees to remove politically inconvenient content in October 2020, just weeks before Joe Biden was elected president of the United States.
Was he?
More to review from the Biden team. A redacted email from a Twitter employee said, the message included 5 tweet URLs. Thanks all. The message was casually signed. So, handled these.
Yeah.
Another redacted Twitter employee responded. So they handled them for him.
Yep.
Yeah, I took care of that for you. for the Biden team. Oh, congratulations. Wow, that's great. Now, they said this went on with both parties, but everybody knows.
Yeah.
And they said it happened a lot more with the left than it did with the right.
And I think that is a smokescreen they're throwing up here.
I think so, too.
And what that is they're saying if you knew somebody at Twitter that had the same political leanings as you could approach them and try to get this stuff gone your way.
How many of our political leanings are working at
Let's
Twitter?
think of the typical person working at a Silicon Valley operation like Twitter.
Yeah.
We got it.
Well, especially Twitter. I think Twitter's especially bad as far as being dominated by the left. So, yeah, that's garbage, really. Taibbi added, Twitter took extraordinary steps to suppress the story, removing links and posting warnings that it may be unsafe. They even blocked its transmission via direct message, a tool hitherto reserved for extreme cases like child pornography. On another occasion, then White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany was locked out of her account for sharing content about the Hunter Biden controversy. And keep in mind, all of this turned out to be completely legitimate. All of the Hunter Biden laptop stuff was absolutely factual.
Yeah.
And they stopped it for, 2 years?
Yeah. How many former intelligence officers signed a letter that said that the Hunter Biden laptop was, quote, Russian disinformation?
Yeah.
They knew it wasn't.
They knew it wasn't.
They were lying.
The whole time. The whole freaking time.
Yeah. And never mind, though, that the same people that ran with the Russiagate stuff, where there was no evidence whatsoever, they totally latched onto this to say, oh, no, this is Russian disinformation. That other's totally believable, though.
Pathetic.
Yep.
It's outrageous. And here we are.
You think nothing's going to come
later.
of it? Yeah.
Yeah, probably nothing will come of it.
Well,
I mean, I would be surprised, but I'd be pleasantly surprised. And I'm open to it. I want it to happen.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen.
I'm on the record as saying I hope something comes of this. But yeah, and then also on Friday, there was an FBI agent, Elvis Chan, who was meeting with the Missouri Attorney General, who said, yeah, we'd meet every week with the Biden administration. Yep, totally. Or with the Biden campaign.
Every week.
The 2020 campaign.
My gosh, that's unreal. Now, there were actual former Twitter employees who said, yeah, we said this is effed up, and we didn't like it. Yeah, but they kept doing it, and they kept quiet. So, until now. I mean, only now, at the end, do they understand. So, now they're talking about it. Where were you then? Yeah,
and by the way, that was the FBI was meeting with social media companies ahead of the 2020 election. But they were obviously acting on the Biden supporters that worked within the walls of Twitter. So, even Donald Trump's FBI was working against him. Shocker again.
Yep. By the way, just in time for the holiday shopping season, Blaze TV merchandise is available right now for 20% off. Go to shop.blazemedia.com. Use the discount code PAT20 to get 20% off. 20%. That's awesome. So you can do that.
And
right now.
that would work with any gear, like any Blaze related merchandise you use or you purchase. That PAT20 will get you 20% off. Yeah, I love this quote. This quote from Elon Musk himself says it all. Quote, frankly, Twitter was acting like an army of the Democratic National Committee. It was absurd, end quote. That's Elon Musk, the owner of Twitter.
Interesting. It's going to be interesting to see the rest of his dumps to see exactly what was going on at Twitter, because I'm guessing this just scratches the surface of what was going on there. I'll bet you that they've got their grubby little hands into everything.
Yes, they do. No joke.
James Woods is going to sue the DNC over the collusion with Twitter to censor American speech. You remember he got shut down.
Oh yeah.
And it was because of the Hunter laptop story.
Yeah, he tweeted something they didn't like, a meme or something, I forget what it was, that ultimately did it. He tweeted a lot of stuff the Biden team didn't care for.
So let's see, one of the insights Musk shared via Matt Taibbi was that Democratic National Committee demanded that Twitter censor 75-year-old conservative actor James Woods. He demanded that you censor James Woods. I'm sure they're especially sensitive about Hollywood conservatives because there are so few of them. And they don't want anybody to know that there's any detractors among the Hollywood elite. With his suspicions confirmed and the truth finally brought to light, Woods announced on Fox News' Tucker Carlson that he'd be suing the DNC no matter what. The New York Post began reporting on the contents of Hunter Biden's laptop October 14th, 2020, amid the revelations about Hunter Biden's alleged depravities and then presidential candidate Joe Biden's potential exposure to bad actors. The world over, Woods took to Twitter to poke fun at both Bidens. How dare he? Taibbi reported, based on internal Twitter data shared Friday, that celebrities and unknowns alike could be removed or reviewed at the behest of a political party. Isn't that great? Yeah, it's wonderful.
I want to take a moment to thank Tallulah Riley, Elon Musk's ex-wife, who first mentioned to him because when the Babylon Bee named Rachel Levine the Man of the Year, right?
Yeah.
There was some texting back and forth between Elon and TJ, as she's known in court documents, and she was like, maybe you should probably just buy it. Why don't you buy Twitter? And then that's what got the ball rolling in his mind. He's like,
why not? I'm the richest man in the world. I can afford it.
It's a good idea. I think I'll do that.
Yeah, and he did.
And now we're leading to these behind-the-scenes things being released.
Thank you, Tallulah. Are they broken up now? Aren't they kind of back and forth?
Yeah, they've been divorced twice, apparently.
Yeah, weird. Also, this is problematic. Former President Donald Trump called for the termination of the Constitution's rules regarding elections after the release of information about the suppression of the Hunter Biden laptop story in 2020.
I think you're overcorrecting, sir.
Yeah, big time.
Good grief.
So, he wrote, with the revelation of massive and widespread fraud and deception and working closely with big tech companies, the DNC and the Democratic Party, do you throw the presidential election results of 2020 out and declare the rightful winner? Or do you have a new election? Trump wrote on Truth Social. A massive fraud of this type and magnitude allows for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution.
Bro.
No, it doesn't.
Stop.
No, it doesn't. What are you doing? Our great founders did not want and would not condone false and fraudulent elections. I don't know. He's gone so far overboard with this 2020 election. Concentrate on the next one. The last one's over, okay? The last one, you can't undo it. It's impossible. It can't be done unless you want a revolution in the United States. And as he said, an overthrow of the U.S. Constitution. No, thank you. So can we please stop with the last election? Focus on the next one. I don't know. Let's focus on, cleaning up some of the mess of the last one. And maybe we can have a free and fair election in 2024. If we could get rid of, the drop boxes and some of the mail-in nonsense. I mean, you don't send out mail-in ballots to everybody, even if they haven't requested one. There's no need for that, and it just leads to fraud.
Yeah.
So can we stop with that?
That's very football coach-esque of you. I need you to focus on the next play, not the last one.
Yeah.
That was good.
Thank you.
Very good, yeah.
Thank you.
I can tell you, get ready for some trouble in Georgia. My home county. Yeah, my home
Tomorrow.
county. Cobb County, Georgia. A judge had to rule that absentee ballots, they could be postmarked through tomorrow as long as they arrive. They have to arrive by, I think, close of business Friday. So in other words, you're not going to have any results.
This coming Friday?
Yeah, because the thing's tomorrow. The
it.
Warnock Walker is tomorrow.
I know.
And so
I know.
Cobb
So it
County,
should end tomorrow.
So Cobb County is saying as long as it's postmarked tomorrow.
No.
And then, so I guess you
No.
could take it till midnight to the post office, and then as long as they're received by Friday. And so we're not
going to know.
Yeah, but then I looked. I was like, okay, Cobb County's been going blue. I got it. And I looked at the November 8th. It was plus 16.
Ooh.
For
Wow,
Warnock.
really?
So I was like, man, it's not
Plus
going to matter.
16?
So the only reason Cobb County is going to be uttered by anyone after Tuesday is if Herschel Walker
Walker's
is
way
winning.
up. Yeah, right. Sucks. Well, we'll see. I mean,
Yep.
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
But come on, it should have to arrive by Election Day.
Yeah.
It should be counted.
Well, they screwed
on
up.
Election Day.
Because Cobb County sucks.
So many counties suck. How did this happen where everybody sucks so much? You know, we've been doing this for 246 years. It's not that tough.
Yeah, because liberals are
Come
smart,
on.
man. They get in there at these local things where they can really have an impact.
Yeah.
And it's just like they piecemeal all these counties and states together.
And they've taken advantage of the pandemic in 2020 and they
Oh,
act
yeah.
as if we're still in the throes of the pandemic, and we're not. At least, certainly not for the election. I mean, there are issues about the pandemic, but they don't involve the election. We can all go to the polling booth and vote, and it's not going to cause widespread catastrophe.
What is so stunning is that when I was a kid and you were a kid, this nation was able to vote on paper ballots and get the results
that night
everywhere.
That freaking night. I mean, when the polls closed, an hour or two later, you had the results. Here you go. California goes to Ronald Reagan. Good. All right. I got it. Fantastic.
What do radicals do best? They just throw all sorts of stuff at you.
Yeah.
Just so you have to. Now you're having to machete your way through so much crap, so many weeds to get to the truth on something.
Yep.
So that's what they've done with elections. They've done the electronic balloting. They've done the mail-in, the drop boxes, the I don't know, the early voting, everything to just give more time to work on their little scheme.
To mess things up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was so easy before. You show up on Election Day, you place your vote, you move on. They count the vote, they tell you who won. It was not a big, complicated process, but it is now. It is, and it should be so much easier with so much of it being done electronically now.
Remember when the big controversy was during the Clinton administration? They're like, motor voter. Let's make it easier.
Oh, yeah.
Let's say when you show up to get your driver's license,
You're
'cause
automatically
everybody-
registered to vote.
Everybody does whenever they move into a new state, right?
Uh-huh.
So you could kill two birds with one stone. Oh my gosh, we thought that was controversial.
Jeez. Oh my gosh.
Look at today.
Yeah. Crazy.
Help us.
Absolutely nuts. All right, let me tell you about Rough Greens. If you're a dog owner, you know you love your dog, you want to take care of your dog, you want the best for them, and that's where Rough Greens comes in. Because Rough Greens puts back into your dog's food. It's a dog food supplement you sprinkle on top of your dog's food, and it puts back all the vitamins and minerals and the probiotics and the antioxidants and the things that your dog needs to be really healthy and active and puppy-like again. So let them eat this stuff like crazy. They go nuts for it, and then just sit back and watch the changes in your dog occur. The changes for the better. Now, some dogs may not take to the taste of Rough Greens. Most dogs I know do, but
That's a way to know if you have a special dog. Right?
if it doesn't,
Yeah.
especially stupid.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
special dog.
Ouch. So if you want to make sure that your dog is going to love it, Rough Greens will send you a free bag, just a sample bag for your dog to try out for a few days. All you have to do is pick up the shipping. Just go to roughgreens.com. That's RUFF greens.com, or call 833-783-3364.
Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
I just got a message from Matthew Carm listening. Here in Oregon, they send out ballots to every registered voter, even if they don't live here anymore.
Oh, my gosh.
At this address, we received a ballot for someone who moved to New York. Ripped it up and threw it away, but imagine what a dishonest person might do. Well, there's no dishonest people in Oregon.
No. No, of course not. Beautiful state. What they have done to Portland is absolutely amazing. My daughter was just there with her fiance like a couple of weeks ago, and she took this video. We'll have to get this and play it tomorrow. She took this video of driving through Portland. It's unreal. It looks like you're in South Africa. It looks like you're in those shanty towns in South Africa. That's how much they've let that city go. That's how much they don't care about what's going on in their city. These Democrat-run cities are just slums now. It's really sad to see. I mean, Portland was a beautiful city. If you've ever been to Portland, you know that was just absolutely one of the Northwest's gems. Not now. Not anymore. You know, Seattle's going the same way, too. Mm-hmm. So, you got that going for you. Congratulations, Democrats. Thank you.
Liberalism is a cancer, man.
I mean,
it infects the host, and then it moves on to another town. Boise, you're on notice.
Yes.
Bozeman?
Yes.
Denver's fending it off, but they're failing, obviously.
Wow. Yeah, and all up and down the West Coast.
Yeah.
You know, Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, Los Angeles have all turned to crap because of the Democrats.
Atlanta, New Orleans, Detroit, Chicago, New York, Boston. We could go
Philadelphia. Yep.
Oh.
Man, it's sad. It's really, really sad. Meanwhile, Yoel Roth, who no longer works at Twitter, discussed how libs of TikTok and the Babylon Bee are they're just too dangerous for Twitter. You know what I mean? They're so dangerous.
Right.
Here's what
those memes will kill you.
Okay, Babylon Bee,
man.
which is what got him to buy the thing, I think.
That's the
one which was not particularly funny. The Babylon Bee's Man of the Year is Rachel Levine.
Oh, that's very funny.
Not funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's hilarious.
I didn't agree they should have taken that down, but go ahead.
You know, it's interesting. It's interesting to think about what the competing tensions around that are. And I want to start by acknowledging that the targeting and the victimization of the trans community on Twitter is very real, very life-threatening, and extraordinarily serious. We have seen from a number of Twitter accounts, including libs of TikTok, notably, that there are orchestrated campaigns that particularly are singling out a group that is already particularly vulnerable within society.
Can you pause this for a second?
Yeah.
These people that libs of TikTok post on Twitter are literally taking videos that liberals on TikTok have posted and merely tweeting them out. They want the attention to begin with. What are you talking about? They're not saying, hey, go find this person and kill them.
No,
Shut
they're
up.
they're getting the message out.
That's what they want, right?
You wanted it out because you posted it.
You want the attention, obviously.
Okay, here it is.
My gosh, I can't.
It's outrageous.
Not only is it not funny, but it is dangerous, and it does contribute to an environment that makes people unsafe in the world. So let's start from a premise that it's up. But then, again, let's look at what Twitter's written policies are.
Okay.
Twitter's written policies prohibit misgendering, full stop. And the Babylon Bee, in the name of satire, misgendered Admiral Rachel Levine.
Admiral Rachel Levine.
Nominally, but it's still misgendering. And
shut up.
You know, there can be a very long and academic discussion of satire and sort of the lines there. Interestingly, Apple tried to tease out this question of satire and political commentary in their own guidelines, which I think are also fraught. But, you know, we landed on the side of enforcing our rules as written.
And that's how it got bought by Elon Musk, just in case you're interested. He was mad about that. I remember that.
Okay. Well, these people, man.
They're fun, right?
Oh, man. Are they ever fun? Yeah, that's the word I'd use. Fun. Jeez. 888-900-3393. Apparently, Vladimir Putin fell down the stairs and soiled himself.
Oh, no.
This past week. That's kind of icky. In fact, it's very, icky.
Are you reading about Joe Biden or someone? What did you say?
No,
You said Vladimir
Putin.
Oh, wow.
Fell down the stairs and soiled himself amid mounting speculation his health is declining. Yeah, that might be an indication. I don't know. An anti-Kremlin Telegram channel with apparent links to his security team reported. So he's 70, which is not that old. I mean, you consider how old our leaders are. Jeez. He's 70? That's like you're spry. You're a spring chicken. But he suffered the unfortunate fall at his Moscow official residence on Wednesday evening. Gee, isn't that too bad? With
Gee, isn't that too bad?
Isn't that just sad? According to the Telegram channel General SVR, which purports to be run by a former Russian spy, the ailing Russian leader allegedly fell down 5 steps before landing on his what? Tailbone. Okay, it's tailbone. They wrote it in Russian first, and then or tailbone. Although his security guards immediately rushed to his aid, the impact of the fall caused Putin to involuntarily defecate.
Oh, God.
That's not good.
What?
Nasty. Due to cancer affecting his stomach and bowels.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've heard a confirmation that that's what it was.
Yeah. I mean, they've been speculating about this cancer thing, but I've not seen really any proof this might be some. There's probably no footage of this, right? We're just hearing this from this
Is the Russian
agency.
word kopchik for tailbone on that story?
Yes.
I was just messing around here with the translator here.
Although it's spelled COCCYX.
Oh.
So I would not know how to pronounce that in Russian. Nothing critical was diagnosed, but the president's condition closer to nighttime was stable. He can get around on his own with pain in the Kopchik area, while sitting being the only thing that bothers him. Okay, so if he lays down, he's fine. Gee, wow, I'm so glad of that, aren't you?
Yeah, and the spontaneous pooping.
Yeah. Not
No,
good.
I mean, look, if that were happening to me, I'd want to take that aggression out on other countries too. Be like, yeah, attack everyone. I'm pissed.
The Post noted that a special investigation was being carried out to determine the cause of the president's fall. What, somebody tripped him? What happened here? His Secret Service or whatever they call him, his security detail was with him. So what do they think happened? Very weird. The famously paranoid Russian leader reportedly wears slip-proof shoes and stairs in the official residence had been deemed safe. As it turns out, all precautions could be in vain when the nerves are shot, the message concluded. Putin appeared to shake off the injury, and less than one day later was pictured touring a lab in Moscow.
While wearing a diaper.
Probably.
Oh, no, I added that.
Yeah, probably.
Boy.
Just in case. Because that's, that's nasty.
So, I just complete speculation here, but the longer his health issues drag out, you got to think the more dangerous he becomes?
I would think so, yeah. Because who knows if his mental capacity is going to be affected. We already know our guy's mental capacity is affected. So if we have both leaders of superpowers affected that way, that would not... That's not good.
Oh, yeah, speaking of our guy, we got time for this if you want to play this.
Okay, the Joe Biden thing?
Yeah, so Steve Inman, he does like play-by-play of things that are happening in the world.
Oh, right. Yeah. So here he is doing the play-by-play with Biden visiting, actually it was the other way around. Macron visiting Biden. And here he is.
Well, there he is, the resident of the United States of America, looking very confused, looking for the bathroom. Obviously, his Depends are leaking at the moment. They asked him earlier if he prefers boxers or briefs, and of course, Biden says, Depends. And you can see him lost, and the guy next to him's like, I can't help you, bud, all right? Just pay attention, look straight ahead, act like nothing happened, act like you didn't take a dump in your pants because you just had to have a chimichanga earlier. Now just pay attention and look straight ahead. Thanks.
Seriously, he was
Very
babysitting.
weird.
Yeah, Macron was babysitting Biden all week.
It was. He's like, look this way. Hey, doofus, look this way. And he finally did. That sucks that the French leader is leading our president around by the nose like that. More coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
few tweets here from James. The country of India can count over 1 billion votes faster than Americans can count a few 100,000. Sure seems that way. From Dr. Spoons, Rachel Levine should be banned from Twitter for misgendering. Well, yeah, you could make that case. And Rowdy Introvert, Putin's accident could have been much worse. It could have happened at the Vatican. No. It sounds familiar, doesn't it? Speaking of Joe Biden, who was at the Vatican not too long ago. I don't know why that even came to my mind.
Yeah, really, that was a
weird non sequitur, right?
Sure was.
Yeah. It's been a lot of talk about how little Joe Biden is doing along the border. And we've talked about this before, how Democrats have changed on the border. My gosh. They sounded like Republicans back in the 90s and early 2000s. I think this is from 2008 still. And he talked a big game then. Check this out. What he had to say back then.
I voted unlike most Democrats, and some of you won't like it. I voted for 700-mile fence.
No.
But let me tell you, we can build a fence 40 stories high. Unless it changed the dynamic in Mexico. And you will not like this. And punish American employers who knowingly violate the law when in fact they hire illegal.
Okay, cool.
Unless you do those two things, all the rest is window dressing. Now, I know I'm not supposed to say it that bluntly, but they're the facts. They're the facts. And so everything else we do is in between here. Everything else we do is at the margin. The reason why why I believe the fence is needed is not related to immigration as much as to drugs. I'm the guy that goes to
Pause that. Hey, he talked real fast there, back when he used to be able to do that. He said the fence is important not just for, the fence is important not just for immigration, but for the drugs. So, I mean,
he knows. He knew.
He knows, man.
All right, finish it up.
I believe the fence is needed is not related to immigration as much as to drugs. I'm the guy that goes to National Crime Bill. I'm the guy that goes to National Drug Track. I'm the guy that wrote the law that set up a drug czar. Let me tell you something, folks. People are driving across that border with tons, hear me, tons of everything from byproducts from methamphetamine to cocaine to heroin. It's all coming up through corrupt
and now
Mexico.
fentanyl.
So I would have, as they say, in the southern part of my state, I'd have an altar call with those boys. I'd have a little come and Lord meeting. You think I'm joking? I'm not joking. They didn't know about me.
Why would they think you're joking?
I've known every single major world leader in every country for the past 20 years. And I know a lot of them well because they came up like you guys in business. I've been a senator. There's only 4 senators served longer than me in the history of the United States Senate.
I bet that was a funny joke. They say don't jump?
Could not hear him. But
we got to level with these folks. Don't tell me in Mexico, do you expect to get the same kind of treatment that we give other democracies, and then you don't act in a democratic way?
Why is he always getting people's
I don't know. What'd that guy do to you?
Not on my watch.
Yeah, well, now it's the total opposite. What happened? Okay, the problem that he outlined there was real then. It's a lot worse now.
Yeah.
And now he's perfectly fine with letting everybody flow through that border that wants to.
He's saying,
that's incredible.
He's saying, not on my watch, not on my watch. Well, it's your watch.
Yeah. And here he's completely done a 180. A total 180.
But he's consistent. He's always gotten in people's faces.
Yeah.
Like that poor guy, he treated like he was Mexico.
Yeah,
who do you think you are? Bro, I'm just sitting here for the breakfast.
I thought you wanted a donation to your stupid campaign fund. That's all I'm doing here. Wow. And speaking of immigration, GOP senators demand answers over the spike in migrant cases dismissed by courts as documents are not being filed in time.
Oh, my.
7 Republican senators are urging the Biden administration to review its policies and procedures related to the release of migrants into the U.S. after it emerged that tens of thousands have had their cases thrown out of immigration court as officials did not file the necessary documents in time. They don't care. They just don't care.
So it's not so much as the immigrants aren't showing up to court. It's that the paperwork isn't being filed
right.
to provide
To
for
even force them
court.
to show up for court.
Help us.
Little information has been provided regarding why this mistake is occurring and how DHS will remedy it. The 7 senators, led by Bill Hagerty of Tennessee, say in the letter to DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. Migrants apprehended at the southern border after entering the U.S. illegally in many cases are released into the U.S. with a notice to appear, of course. Gives them a court date and address to
Great
appear.
system we got. Great
Perfect.
system.
It's almost perfect, really. NTAs are then submitted to the immigration court by Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, using data from Customs and Border Protection, CBP. Doesn't it seem like all these could be the same agency? But the case of NTAs has increased in line with a massive surge in migration over the last 2 years. There were more than 1.7 million immigrant encounters in fiscal year 2021, more than 2.3 million in fiscal year 2022. With that, Border Patrol agents have been given access to a scheduling system that both schedules a hearing and gives a copy to the migrant. Oh, well, that's handy. The data obtained and analyzed by the Transactional Records Access Clearinghouse, or TRAC, at Syracuse University in October found that 63,586 cases were dismissed fiscal year 2022 as of the end of September because the NTA was not filed in time. So we just don't know where those people are. There's no record of them, and don't worry about
The
it.
government isn't filing the paperwork in time. I mean, they don't care.
So this raises the question, what caused this substantial spike in incidents of DHS officials not filing an NTA after you took office, and consequently tens of thousands of immigration cases against illegal immigrants dismissed because of DHS's failure to do the paperwork and to file it? So that's what these senators are asking right now. And I'm sure the White House will be asked about it by Pete Ducey, and nothing will come of it.
Yeah.
She'll babble some kind of nonsense.
There's got to be a directive that was sent from the White House saying, hey, you know what? Just don't file the paperwork. That's what you can do.
Probably.
And then poof. It's just pathetic. I was watching, wherever I was on Friday, they had Fox News on, and Dagan McDowell. You know her. She's on there, and I just quickly typed this up because it is exactly right. She said the only time Joe Biden has shown anger about the border, it was directed at agents on horseback in their attempt to repel an invasion. His anger has never been about drownings, rapes, fentanyl poisonings, or human trafficking. End quote. There it is.
That's a great point.
Yeah, that's a great point.
That's really good.
He got angry there, 20 years ago or whatever it was, 15 years ago. But now that he's in a position to do something about it, whatever. If you're riding a horse and you work for the U.S. government, then I'll be mad at you, but I won't be mad at anything else down there.
Yeah, and they knew immediately this was not about Border Patrol agents whipping Cuban refugees. That didn't happen. They knew it didn't happen. The guy who took the photograph said it didn't happen. And yet they kept up that narrative for months. I'm sure they'll, if they ever reference it, they talk about it today. Crazy. It's absolutely nuts. All right. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Let me tell you about something really good for dinner. It could be yours, and you don't have to do anything but put it in the microwave.
Oh, I'm listening.
So great. What? Fall's officially here. With the new season comes a new routine. But if you're like me, you get sick of the same old stuff day after day. I mean, there's so few things that I like that I just get in this rut. And I'll eat the same thing for dinner every night for, 2 years. Luckily, Factor's ready-to-eat meal delivery makes it easy to switch things up. With 30-plus meal choices per week. Really delicious, too. Comes all prepared. This is one of those services where you have to take all the ingredients and put them together yourself and cook them yourself. This is all done for you. You just eat it. Well, warm it up and eat it. So it doesn't matter whether you've been out all day or you're just hanging out at home. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals make it easy to fuel up fast with meals delivered ready to heat and eat in just minutes. So you'll savor the harvest season with Factor's Pumpkin Feast for two, featuring fall's most craved flavor, pumpkin, of course. Ready-to-eat bundle helps you make the most of autumn with a full spread that feeds two for a great date night. Need more protein? Now you can add protein to select vegan and veggie meals to pack an additional boost into every bite. Really good. It's really good. It's affordable. It's cheaper than takeout, that's for sure. And thanks to their commitment to ingredients with integrity, you can actually feel good about what you're eating every day. Head to go.factor, go.factor75.com/Pat60. Okay?
It's just that
Again,
easy.
it's just that easy. Go.factor75.com/Pat60.
Awesome.
Use the promo code PAT60. You'll get 60% off your first box. That's code PAT60 at go.factor75.com/Pat60 for 60% off your first box.
And what happened then? Well, in Whoville, they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Pat Gray Unleashed. All right. Democrats still want to lower the voting age to 16. Why? Because they're going to get a whole bunch of dummies voting for them. That's why. And it's not that, 16-year-olds are dummies. They just don't have the life experience yet. They don't have enough information about the world and how you function in it to start voting like this. It's asinine.
They are the dream low information voter that Rush
Absolutely.
Limbaugh told us about.
Yep. And they want to be able to get them while they're being indoctrinated in schools. They've got control of the school systems now, and so while they're propagandizing these little darlings, might as well get a vote or two out of them too. So it's 16 or even in some cases younger. And it's gaining momentum nationwide, scoring local victories while winning the support of lawmakers and activists on the left. Campaign's latest win came in Boston, where the city council on Wednesday approved a petition allowing 16 and 17-year-old residents to vote in municipal elections. That's just asinine. What is the matter with you? I mean, we all have teenagers. We all know they're not capable of voting like that.
Well, hold on a second. Let's think this through. Mm-hmm. Generally speaking, I agree with that. But I'll put my teenage kids up against someone who's, 30-something years old, has been making TikTok videos, teaching, with her MX and her pronouns and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd cancel that photo quickly.
But
generally,
our kids are, and those who are listening.
This audience
that have
is the
kids,
exception to the rule.
It's the exception to the rule.
Yes, I totally understand your point. Yeah.
So the petition will now be sent to the Massachusetts legislature for approval, which isn't guaranteed, I guess.
Oh, wow.
Several other towns and cities in Massachusetts have voted for similar proposals. Then they failed to pass the state house. Huh? Really? Progressive members of the city council argued that lowering the voting age would help young people build a habit of voting. No. No.
Oh, no.
And make them more likely to continue being politically engaged later in life. Again, no.
No.
No. We don't apply a maturity index to the right to vote for any other age. Well, yeah, because you don't need to. Jeez. Having the opportunity to vote is what gives our 16 and 17-year-olds a chance to engage meaningfully. Others argued It's unfair that teenagers can have adult responsibilities, play active roles in society, but don't have a say in public life. Shut up. Young people are working, paying taxes. When it comes to making a decision as to who's going to represent them, that has been denied to them. Mejia also dismissed the notion that 16 and 17-year-old kids may not be mature enough to make important political decisions, saying that oftentimes it's young people who are educating their parents and their uncles and aunts about who's running for office and why they should vote. Get out of here. No, it isn't.
Out my face.
Please. The push to allow underage children to vote has prompted outcry and legal challenges.
So it's gone from Al Gore saying, go home and tell your parents what's what.
Yeah.
To go home and tell your parents
who to vote for.
How to vote for on your way to voting. You could drive your parents to vote because you both got to go vote now.
Yeah.
Ugh.
No way. Again, I'd sooner see 35 as the minimum age than 16 or younger. 15, 14, what are you going to lower it to? Come on. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
We all have kids, and yes, some of them will be the exception to this.
Yeah.
But the vast majority will be little dummies who have just been propagandized their entire time in school.
Yeah, what school was it that recently voted 93-7? Oh gosh, in favor of the liberal. I don't know. We had the story on the run up to the election. I forgot who it was. Maybe it was it the Kerry Lake? It might have been the Arizona governor's race. Some school there. I don't know.
Could be.
Why do you need? Whatever.
And Democrats know what they're doing here. Mm-hmm. They know full well what they're doing. You're going to get a whole bunch of little, what's her faces? Greta Van Susteren.
How dare
you said
Greta Van
this
Fleet.
So many times I forget her name. Thunberg.
Greta Van Thunberg.
No.
And there's no van.
There's no van, man. You're little, yeah, you're right. You're little AOCs. You're little revolutionaries.
That's who you're going to get.
Mm-hmm. And that's what they want.
The ones who've been all fired up because the world's about to end in 8 years, and they're all scared out of their minds because of the Democrat fear-mongering.
Community organizers. Future community organizers. That's what they are raising them to be, both at the ballot box and in the world.
Yeah. There's not many proposals worse than this. This is a pretty bad one that we just have to up and say no to. Okay? All right.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome to a new sponsor, Vincero, sponsoring today's episode. If you're not familiar yet with Vincero, they make really great quality crafted and stylish watches at affordable prices. Other premium handcrafted watches don't fit the everyday person's budget, but you can finally own a really high quality and lasting timepiece without going broke. So if you're looking for the perfect holiday gift, this is it. Vincero Collective. It's a premium lifestyle brand from San Diego that makes high quality and affordable sunglasses, jewelry, obviously watches, and lots more. Their goal is to help everyday people accessorize their outfits with premium products at a price that makes sense. That's not going to put you, in the poorhouse. Their sunglasses come polarized with handcrafted frames and so many styles to choose from. They're also changing the luggage game, too. So there's a lot you can dive into with Vincero. Don't wait, or it'll be too late. Get 20% off plus free shipping site-wide with our code PAT at VinceroCollective.com. Vincero, Vincero, Collective.com. Support the show. And check them out at VinceroCollective.com. Use the promo code PAT. Look good, feel good, and save big this Christmas season with Vincero.
My mouth's bleeding, Bert! My mouth's bleeding! Zuzu pedals! Zuzu... There they are! Bert! What do you know about that? Merry Christmas!
Pat Gray Unleashed.
So we got to the elimination round, and we're promptly eliminated.
Oh, bro. Break it to me gently.
Sucks. Dang it. U.S. soccer fell 3-1 to the Netherlands. So they're done. It's over.
They had some good chances. The goalie made some great stops on, and then the one goal they had was this little thing that floated over the goalie's head and probably shouldn't have gone in. It was frustrating, but it was a good showing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, they made it to the final 16. Whatever.
For them.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Yay. Go back to not caring about soccer.
That's exactly
what I'm
what we're
gonna
going to
do.
do. Pathead Pete. Oh, Pathead Pepe. Pepe Clifton sent us a video. Keith was referencing last week.
That's right.
From The Simpsons, right?
I was trying to describe this, and he found it and sent it our way. And here's what soccer is, basically. Yes. Okay.
Goes a little something like this.
Cool.
Cut 14.
There it is.
Open wide for some soccer!
This match will determine once and for all which nation is the greatest on earth. Mexico or Portugal.
All right, here we go. All right, look at this. It's exciting, right?
Yeah. I'm on the edge of my seat already.
And the fans are. Look how they're psyched. Springfield fans are just rabid when it comes to soccer.
Boring. Come on, you schnorrers. Do something.
Halfback passes to the center. Back to the wing. Back to the center. Center holds it. Holds it. Holds it.
Halfback passes to center. Back to wing. Back to center. Center holds it. Holds it. Holds it.
There you go. There's two cultures explained as well there.
That about does it right there.
Okay, so
That's fun. So what are you going to do on a weekend when there's very little college football? Of course, we did have the championship games.
Oh yeah, and then there was some
good championship
The
games.
TCU Kansas State game was ridiculous.
Really good game. But TCU lost. I am blown away they got into the playoff anyway. That's amazing.
Well, I mean, there's backstops below them, and it's called two lost teams.
Yeah.
So there's no way you can drop them down. If you're going to lose one game and it's your conference championship game in overtime, what are you going to do?
Yeah, that's a good one to lose, and they did. But they're in the playoff, and they'll play Michigan to start out. In the other game, it's, Georgia versus Ohio State. Interesting. Okay. So it's probably going to be Georgia, Michigan in the end here.
I think that's what everyone's
that would
anticipating.
Be my guess.
Yeah.
By the way, BYU will play a week from Saturday in the hotly contested New Mexico Bowl against SMU.
Where in New Mexico is that?
Albuquerque.
You going to go?
Oh! No.
New Mexico is a million times better than Louisiana when it comes to a getaway trip.
Yeah. It would be better than going to...
I'm sorry, who are they playing again?
SMU.
Have fun. You're not going, though.
No. I'm not
that's
gonna
too bad.
I'll see it on TV, and we'll see what happens. But it would take a lot to get me back to the Independence Bowl in beautiful Shreveport. I wouldn't care if they're playing Alabama in the Shreveport Independence Bowl.
Oh, wow.
I'm not going to be there. But, I would consider going to Albuquerque. I don't know. I just haven't really put a lot of thought into it yet. I mean, it just...
The day drive?
Yeah, about that. How long is it? Does it say how far from here? It's got to be 12 hours. 12, 14, something like that.
No.
To Albuquerque? You don't think so? 8 hours.
Hang on.
12 hours. I'm going to compromise. 10 hours.
I'm going to compromise with a Wi-Fi signal that doesn't make it to this corner of the room. 9 hours and 22 minutes.
9:22.
You can get there. It's pretty.
Oh, the drive to Albuquerque?
No, New Mexico. No, the drive sucks.
That's a barren drive, man.
It's so bad, man. It's like, oh, look, this is where they get oil out of stuff. Out of the ground.
There's an oil derrick right there. Look at
kids,
that.
Huh?
Look at that.
And if you look over here, there's like dirt and cactus. And
there's a windmill. See the windmill?
That's the future, kids. Anyway, you can go back to sleep now. I just wanted you to see West Texas.
So great. Meanwhile, we had important football games over the weekend, and important football game contests.
Yes.
At the halftime of a few of these, they did this Dr. Pepper thing where they had contestants throw footballs into a giant Dr. Pepper can with a hole in it.
Yeah. I've always wondered how I would do at those. I would fail miserably, I'm sure. But I always wanted to at least try. I don't even have to be playing for anything. I just want to see how I would like cave under the pressure.
There would be a lot of pressure too, because there was $100,000 at stake for tuition. It's pretty good. So it was a tuition giveaway. Two students, Reagan from Baylor University and Kayla from the University of St. Augustine, attempted to throw footballs into the giant can, with the winner getting a $100,000 check toward their tuition. Could they take that and just spend it on whatever they want?
Can I blow this at the school bookstore? Like, do I need to pay for classes that are just going to serve to indoctrinate me?
The two competitors tied, meaning that they would compete in overtime. They each had 15 seconds to throw as many footballs into the oversized Dr. Pepper can as they could to win the check. Once again, even in overtime, they tied.
They tied again. This was the SEC halftime, okay?
Now, fans were expecting double overtime, but that wasn't the case.
All right.
Reagan was declared the winner because she won a tiebreaker event the day before the competition.
That's stupid.
Yeah, it is.
That's stupid. And social media went nuts on this.
I suppose they made it into a race situation.
No, I don't know that they did that, but they did a hashtag justice for Kayla.
Okay.
Until Dr. Pepper finally relented, and I think the CBS sideline reporter chick explained, I think in the fourth quarter, gave us an update, a very important update to this. This was, of course, the biggest story. Forget the Elon Musk Twitter stuff. No. How are we going to settle the tie with Dr. Pepper's contest?
Those who were watching the game took to Twitter, shared their thoughts, as they are wont to do, and of course, they had a lot of thoughts on it. Blah, blah, blah. Huge controversy. For those curious about the tiebreaker rules, here's what the official rule book for the Dr. Pepper tuition giveaway says.
Okay.
Now, these rules were written way back in 2019, so they're long-standing rules.
Ancient.
Carved in stone.
Okay.
If there's a tie between the past finalists at the halftime event, then each past finalist will have the opportunity to pass as many footballs as possible.
Okay.
Within 15 seconds from the 5-yard line into the target in the can replica, which will be located on the near goal line.
Wow!
They didn't have to throw it 90 yards to the far goal line. 95, I guess it would be.
This is like Thomas Jefferson wrote this important document, right?
The past finalist who throws the most successful passes at the halftime tiebreaker competition will be the winner. In the event a tie still remains after the halftime tiebreaker competition, the final tiebreaker will be determined based upon the results of the preliminary tiebreaker conducted during the preliminary competition.
So we still don't know. It could have been rock, paper, scissors.
We don't know.
They could have arm wrestled. We have no idea. We assume it's a coin toss.
Okay.
So justice for Kayla kicks in. Dr. Pepper feels the heat back at corporate, and we get the good news in the fourth quarter.
While fans brought up the one throw that went in the Dr. Pepper can and bounced out, that still counts. Per the rules, if the ball successfully passes through the 2-foot opening.
This is brain surgery, is it not?
But bounces back out, it still counts as a successful pass.
So what happened? I want to know. The fourth quarter, we got the word that.
Well, Jenny Dell revealed that Dr. Pepper is rewarding both Reagan.
Everybody's a
and
winner,
Kayla,
Pat.
$100,000.
That's so 2022,
isn't it? Okay, good. So
everybody.
everyone's a winner, baby. That's the truth.
Yeah, stick it to the man. Corporate man had to pay twice.
Wow.
Yes, I put the extra T on the end of twice for effect. Twast.
Okay.
All right. I don't want to get messages saying, I heard you say twast.
That's not a word.
It was on purpose.
Stacey Abrams lobbying Biden to be the next FCC nominee.
All right.
We just can't get rid of this person.
Go away, woman.
Get out of our face once and for all.
Isn't she the president of Earth?
Yeah, yes.
She didn't have time to be FCC commissioner?
Twice failed Georgia Democrat gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams, now lobbying Joe Biden White House to be the next nominee to the FCC. FCC nominee Gigi Sohn's confirmation vote has been put on the back burner as the Senate Democrats' one-member majority has struggled to find a way to confirm her. Huh.
Oh, wow.
And now she wants to be in the FCC. Wow, that'd be a disaster. She's so bad. So bad. Conservatives have slammed Sohn for threatening to use the federal government to silence conservatives. Marsha Blackburn said that she has not been honest about her potential business conflicts. If the Biden White House moves in another direction to supplant Sohn, Biden could nominate Chuck Schumer aide Didier Barjon.
Okay. I don't know.
Didier or Didier?
I don't know, but if it's a Schumer aide.
Oh, it's got to be.
There's going to be red flags over
nightmare.
whoever they go with. I hesitate to say this. I don't care who you go with, but just don't go with Stacey Abrams. So maybe I'll live to regret those words. But I just want her off the national scene.
Yeah, that'd be
Go
nice.
away.
That would be nice. Hey, guys, if you are seeing thinning hair or hair's falling out, you're seeing a lot of it in the sink after you get ready for work or whatever, and even 2 out of 3 guys experience hair loss before they're 35. If you don't want to keep gambling with your hair, you can flip the odds in your favor and get Keeps. Hair loss is tough. It sucks. You see it in your pictures. You see it in the mirror. Your barber points it out. And then all of a sudden you're shopping for baseball caps and wearing them all the time, including at work.
What's going on?
So,
You got the
I don't know.
sniffles?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know what you mean. So what are you going to do about it? You don't need to shave it. Save it with Keeps. Keeps
I
has.
like that.
Me too. Clinically proven FDA-approved hair treatments available online. Whether you're looking to prevent hair loss, stimulate the hair growth, or take care of the hair you have, your Keeps physician will help you select the right products, and they'll work with you on a custom plan. So if you have any questions, once you get your Keeps products, you can message your Keeps doctor 24/7. If you want to do something about your hair finally, visit Keeps.com/Pat. You'll get 50% off your first order. That's KEEPS. Keeps.com/Pat.
Pat Gray.
3 weeks from yesterday. Exactly 3 weeks from yesterday.
Where's Hans Groot? What's today's date? Oh, yeah, I already did.
Okay. Got some tweets here. Go tell it on the mountain. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go.
Boy.
All right.
Now it feels like Christmas.
Yeah, doesn't it? Young people that are living under their parents' roof should not vote. They need to experience life before complaining about it. Indeed. Pay some taxes, get out there, earn a living, all of those things. Frank Johnson about kids being allowed to vote also. Don't they know that they're just a clump of cells until they turn 18? You don't want a clump of cells voting, am I right? Who's with me on that?
That's right.
Lutheran housewife. How will Stacey Abrams serve as commissioner when she's simultaneously serving her second term as Georgia's governor? That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be tough, but I think she's up to that task. Don't you feel that way?
Oh,
she's absolutely up to it.
Yeah, I mean,
phenomenal woman.
She's a public servant, Pat.
Couple of big coaching changes over the weekend in football. Hugh Freeze went to Auburn. He's going to make $6.5 million now. I'm guessing it was slightly less than that at Liberty. What would you think Liberty paid him? I bet 1.5, something like that. He's probably at least quadrupled his salary. And then Deion Sanders went from Jacksonville State to Colorado. That's a big move.
That is.
He's going to make about $6 million a year.
Yeah.
Be interesting. He's already flipped a 5-star recruit in the process. Jeez. Incredible. And speaking of football, a lot of people were concerned over the weekend that Drew Brees was struck by lightning. Why? Well, because there was a video of it, right?
Watch this.
Check this out.
They're shooting a commercial there, I think, Venezuela, somewhere down south. In a storm. That's not smart at all. Oh, snap.
Oh, boy.
That's too bad. From a Falcons fan, that is too bad.
Yeah, just blew him up completely. He's gone. We lost him.
Really?
We lost him. Or wait, No, or it didn't happen.
Oh, there was a follow-up video?
Yeah, follow-up.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see.
It looks like he survived it.
Oh, that's good. Is he like limping now, though? Maybe charred?
Well, he's getting into the... I think he's in the ambulance
Oh,
here.
my gosh.
Here he is.
What's up, guys? Drew Brees here. Just wanted to jump on and let you know that I am alive and well here in Catatumbo, Venezuela.
Okay,
which,
good.
by the way, is the most active hotspot for lightning strikes in the world.
Oh, wow.
And I'm buzzing. Like, literally.
He's buzzing.
So excited because PointsBet is giving away free lightning bets to all customers this weekend. But anyway, I gotta go. I gotta get back to set. Finish this commercial. Hopefully, lightning doesn't strike twice.
Oh, that's funny stuff.
Oh, get
right
it?
there.
It was a joke.
It was a joke. Drew Brees making money doing really bad commercials.
That's funny.
No.
PointsBet. Probably paid him $2 million to do that. Betcha.
People were really concerned for his well-being.
Yeah, it's sad.
That was not cool at all.
No.
Because there was a gap there in time where they're like, is he okay? What's going
Did
on
he
with Drew
live?
Brees?
Yeah. Stupid. That blew up in his face.
Oh, no!
Right?
Oh,
right?
Funny stuff, sir. Can we revisit Deion Sanders to Colorado real quick?
Sure.
He had this press conference, and he told them, there's your quarterback right there. And he was talking about his son is going to be. And he's like, and he quickly followed it up with, he's got to earn it. We're not giving anything here. But, people were really upset that how dare you, basically just tell the Colorado quarterbacks that are already on the roster that there's no place for them.
Yeah, not good.
I checked their record. They're 1-11. So
Yeah,
I don't know that there's
it's a bad football team.
Not a lot there. By the way, I checked the Colorado schedule for next year. The first game Deion Sanders will coach in Division I will be at TCU. Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
His first home game is against Nebraska. So
Wow.
It's going to be interesting there.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Right.
All right. Tesla has made the first deliveries of its semi-truck to customers. Thursday evening, 5 years after the heavy-duty hauler was first unveiled. The event included 2 truck cabs checked out in the livery of Pepsi and Frito-Lay, Pepsi's snack food subsidiary. The Tesla Semi was first shown as a prototype in 2017. At the time, Tesla CEO Elon Musk said production would begin in 2019. But Musk didn't say during Thursday night's presentation at Tesla's factory in Sparks, Nevada, how many trucks were actually being delivered to Pepsi. But some have been. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. We don't know how many are being produced. We don't know at what rate they're producing them. But in fact, they are doing electric semis.
Yeah.
Fully electric semi-truck features an unusual design in which the driver sits in the center of the cab.
That's going to take some getting used to.
Rather than on one side. Weird.
Mm-hmm.
They boasted of the truck's performance, saying it accelerates much more. Well, I'm sure it does, even with a full load, than traditional diesel-powered semi-trucks. Where are you going to fill up, and how long is it going to take? I guess if you're just doing Pepsi, you're just delivering within the city, maybe, and you're not doing long hauls. Would that be accurate? I don't know, but I wouldn't want to have to bother with the. Okay, I'm refueling my. All right, it's been 17 hours.
500 miles, right?
It'll go 500 before it has to
Yeah.
Yeah, the truck can drive 500 miles on a single charge. Yeah, we'll see about that. It has 3 electric motors, one of which drives the truck most of the time, while the other 2 are used mostly for acceleration and hard pulling. The truck can pull up to 82,000 pounds, according to Tesla.
So Ford Jeffies.
Yeah.
If you're scoring at home.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. Interesting.
So, by the way, little housekeeping real quick. Hugh Freeze was making $4 million a year under a contract they came up with a year ago, less than a year ago, and then in October they
Liberty was giving him $4 million,
and then last month or October they changed it $5 million a year. That didn't really last so long because now
he's gone.
I don't know the details, but the headline said Power 5 friendly buyout.
Oh wow!
So apparently, if you have a Power 5
so he must have had
offer,
a clause. Yeah, if a Power 5 comes calling for me, I can leave, and he did. Bye bye. Something happened there at the end of Liberty's football season.
Yeah.
That wasn't good.
Seems like he was distracted.
Yeah.
In fact,
yeah.
That collapse happened after this October 28th article, after this extension. So
Why
it's
couldn't
almost
it
like
have happened before? You know,
Before
just a
BYU?
few weeks before.
When did BYU?
What was that? I don't know, mid-October sometime?
Oh
Mid
my
to late?
goodness!
Yeah.
You just missed
Just
your
missed.
opportunity.
Mhm.
And what bowl game is that you're going to again?
The New Mexico Bowl, Keith.
Which is better than any bowl Nebraska's going to. I'll tell you that.
Well, yes.
So New Mexico, if I saw this article correctly, they just wrote into their constitution, or in the process of doing it, that universal child care is a right in New Mexico now. Something like I think it just needs to pass another chamber or get signed by a governor or something like that.
Okay.
So that's neat. Congratulations, New Mexico. Universal child care coming your way. That won't cost much at all for
No,
the
I'm sure it
state,
won't.
Right? Now you probably got
Totally
a rainy
legit.
day fund for kids and stuff.
And as long as we're talking about all our football favorites, and just looked up Missouri because I didn't check on them over the
Are
weekend.
they avoiding somebody? They avoided Kansas, I think, right, or something, or
Yeah, they
somebody
declined a potential opportunity to play Kansas in a bowl game, and instead they're going to play Wake Forest in the Gasparilla Bowl.
Oh, you blow
Okay.
off any kind of opportunity for the Gasparilla Bowl.
Yeah, you do.
If you got that
Yeah.
sitting out there, you're like, oh, that's what we're doing.
We're doing that because that's huge. All right, 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. Welcome. Thanks for being here. 888-900-3393.
Thanks for having me.
Pat Unleashed on Twitter. You're welcome.
Thank you.
We were just talking about college football a little bit and some coaching changes. Also, one other change that's kind of interesting. North Texas fired their coach.
What?
Right after the conference championship game.
What?
Yeah. You know, up in Denton, 7-6 is just not adequate when you're the head coach of the North Texas Mean Green.
Well, yeah.
You know?
I'm a little confused by their nickname. The Mean Green,
Mean
but there's
Green.
an eagle, and there's all sorts of stuff.
I know.
Why did colleges do that?
Weird.
You're gonna have to pick one.
Yeah.
One nickname. That's all you get.
Yeah, because every time you see him, you see the eagle. Mm-hmm. But the nickname is Mean Green. So I don't know.
You got it.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
So,
But it wasn't adequate, man, going 44-44 in 7 seasons. That don't cut it in Denton, Texas, my friend.
doesn't this feel like Nebraska saying, "Sorry, Frank Solich, 9-3 is just garbage."
Yeah.
Okay. And you
Yeah.
saw what happened to the Huskers. So it'll be interesting to see how
They
that
still
plays
haven't
out
pulled
in
out of it.
North Texas. Yeah.
Wow. We'll see if they do next year.
Yeah, next
'Cause
year.
They have another new coach.
That's the year. Mm-hmm. That's the year. Boy, this is
It's crazy.
that is crazy.
It is crazy. Wait, I made it to the conference championship game. Yeah, I know. That's not good enough. You're not in the playoffs, are you? No, we're not in the playoffs at UNT. Sorry.
That's weird, dude.
Yeah, it is. It is. So is this. Switzerland has just announced that they will ban electric cars from the country's roads if the energy crisis worsens.
Electric cars?
Yeah. In the event of Switzerland running out of energy this winter, then non-essential journeys using electric vehicles will be prohibited. Because the country is dependent on imports, the government fears there could well be a shortage of energy in the coming months. Around 60% of Swiss energy is generated by hydroelectric power.
Oh, wow. That's an interesting fact.
60%. Another 30% comes from nuclear facilities, but the government's already committed to phasing that out as an energy source.
What is it with these countries, man?
Stupid.
Stop being lackeys for the WEF.
Man, oh man. Although, as statistics show, enough energy is produced annually to keep the lights on. The fluctuation of the country's seasons leads to an unpredictable situation, and that's what they find themselves in right now. So, we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, so that's electric cars, which is a funny little aside there. But man, it's about to get ridiculous there.
In Switzerland specifically, or Europe in general?
Switzerland, yeah.
They had an exceptionally dry summer in Europe, and it caused the levels in the lakes and rivers to drop, resulting in less energy being generated by the hydro plants. So During the warmer times, a large amount of energy is exported to neighboring countries, including Germany and France.
Oh, that's smart.
As a result of the Ukrainian conflict, European nations have suffered the loss of Russian gas supplies, obviously. Switzerland is not reliant on supplies from Russia, though.
Mm-hmm. But it's
smart.
Really smart to be a country that exports all of your energy.
Yeah.
Who else does that now?
Huh. I can't think of anybody.
Yeah, but wait till what's about around the corner here for them.
The result has been that these countries make a bigger demand for Swiss exports. So they're relying more heavily on Switzerland now.
Who needs to say no?
Yeah, they really do. Take care of yourself first. Because if they go down, then what are you going to do? Further measures could include sporting facilities and stadiums being forced to shut down, Christmas lights being turned off, and streaming services and gaming consoles
whoa.
banned.
Banning video games, that's when there's a revolution in Switzerland.
Yep, that's where you draw the line.
Oh, my gosh. So, sorry, we're going to have to do daytime games only, right? I mean, this is the third worldification of the West.
Yep.
Yeah, turn off your Christmas lights. You got to save power. And you can't do Netflix anymore.
And it's because of all the stupid decisions the West has made over the years with the climate change bull crap.
Yepers.
That's put us all in a corner.
Now, if you think what Switzerland is about to potentially face sounds bad, oh boy, prepare yourself for climate lockdowns. Yes, sir.
Okay. Oxfordshire County Council has approved plans to lock residents into one of 6 zones to save the planet from global warming.
Got to do it.
The latest stage in the 15-minute city agenda is to place electronic gates on key roads in and out of the city, confining residents to their own neighborhoods.
I don't think so.
Wow.
And this is, by the way, this that you're reading is straight out of the World Economic Forum playbook, the 15-minute city.
Under the new scheme, if residents want to leave their zone, they'll need permission from the council, who gets to decide who's worthy of freedom and who isn't. Under the new scheme, residents will be allowed to leave their zone a maximum of 100 days per year. But in order to even gain this, every resident will have to register their car details with the council, who will then track their movements via smart cameras around the city. Are you kidding me?
3 words, go to hell.
This is Great Britain. Oxfordshire County Council, which is run by Labour, the Liberal Democrats, and the Green Party, secretly decided to divide up the city of Oxford into 6 15-minute districts in 2021.
The greatest generation divided up Berlin, right?
Jeez, yeah.
Based on the Allied powers. This generation is breaking up the city based on what? Like
global warming.
Global warming bullcrap? Help us.
None of the councilors declared their intention of imprisoning local residents in their manifestos, of course, preferring to make vague claims about how they'll improve the environment instead. Every resident will be required to register their car with the county council. God, can you imagine this? Who will then monitor how many times they leave their district via the number of plate recognition cameras. And don't think you can beat the system if you're a 2-car household. Those 2 cars will be counted as one, meaning you'll have to divide up the journeys between yourselves.
I swear, I'm third worldification of the West.
So 2 cars can do 50 journeys each. 3 cars, 33 journeys each, and so on. Or 1 car does 100.
I just need 1 journey, and it's to an airport to get the hell out of that place.
That is unbelievable.
It's here. I mean, they're doing a test run for this town next year. You've got the digital dollar test run happening now.
Yeah.
They're clamping down. It's an ESG kind of world, baby. It's a green energy ESG World Economic Forum planet now.
All the things we've been warning about for years and thinking, well, let's not overreact. That probably won't happen. It's all taking place right now.
Yeah.
And it's all on.
And that blog we were just reading for, What's Up With That, WATTS, has all the details of what's coming our way. It's frightening. It's terrifying.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a feel-good video, though, just to make up for that. It's a thief trying to make amends. The Rock used to shoplift Snickers back in the day, apparently.
Oh, no.
That was his pre-workout. He went back to the local Hawaii 7-Eleven to right this wrong. Here's what happened.
I have been waiting decades to do what I'm getting ready to do now. Hey, where's your Snickers? When I was 14 years old, every day I used to stop here at this 7-Eleven and steal a king-size Snicker bar because I couldn't afford to buy one. That was my pre-workout food. I did that for almost a year every day. I had to come back and buy every Snickers bar on those shelves. What's your name? DK. Ring all these up.
Yeah.
What you should do is leave the Snicker bar there. That's what you should do.
What he should
See
do.
what he's going to do.
Snickers every day.
Yeah. We're doing that. You're a thief.
I gotta come back and I have to buy them. You know what I mean? DK's look, listen. I'm trying to count all this shit. I need to hear your stories. Go tell Oprah. What do you guys do?
Oh, he's taking pictures, everybody. That's cute.
What you got there, brother?
Future President of the United States, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Got anything?
See? See, he's making everything right. And he's letting people cut in line, too.
98. Yeah. That's just for you.
How much do you think you got him? He gave
I'm gonna
him
leave
that.
these here. If somebody looks like they're stealing
$100.
Snickers,
$100,
give
yeah.
them these so they don't steal it. Thank you. After decades, I am hi. Come on over here. Take a picture.
I gotta go. The Rock
After
is here.
decades of me wanting to come back home to 7-Eleven and try and make good, that felt really, really good. I'm out. Snickers and 7-Eleven.
Okay, see, he paid for him and he left him.
Okay.
For anybody. So everything's
Good.
fine. He got it all taken care of.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I think he's making amends before he runs for president. So he's got to go and clear his conscience right now and make sure there's no dirt on him out there. If that was the lead story of dirt on Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
That's not much. That's not much.
That's a feel-good, right? Feel-good story?
Yeah, that's nice. Although he did say he's not going to run for president.
Right now, because his kids, he needs to be a dad.
Yeah, he wants to be with his family more.
If there's a country still around by the time his kids get out on their own, he'll run for president.
Is that what he said?
That's what
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Take that to the bank then.
There
Keith
you go.
said it.
Yeah,
Keith said it.
I said it.
It's on. It's on now. All right. Let me tell you about Upside. You know, we hate to go to the pump because you never know how much it's going to go up. Actually, it's fallen down a little bit, but you can get even more savings at the pump with Upside. I mean, inflation is hurting us all right now. And that's why I started using Upside. Upside's an incredible app for anybody who buys gas, groceries, or dines out, which is basically everybody. With every purchase, I'm earning cash back thanks to Upside. You just go to the app, and it will tell you where to go to save 11 cents, 15, 20 cents a gallon, and you get that back. To get started, just download the free Upside app in the App Store or Google Play. Use my promo code PAT and get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. Download the free Upside app, use the promo code PAT, and you'll get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. That's $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more using the promo code PAT.
Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more.
Pat Gray Unleashed. You might want to be checking your quarters because you could be holding on to a piece of silver worth $55 or so.
Oh, wow.
State coins that were minted from 1999 to 2008 are worth more than their face value now, as the demand for the precious metals has begun increasing. Some are 90% silver compared to a higher percentage of copper and nickel. The value changes depending on the current price of silver. But the value, it varies by state, but the priciest version is Pennsylvania's at $55. Then Connecticut at $50. Georgia is worth $48. It's Texas worth. Silver proof coins are marked with an S, meaning the San Francisco Mint, which have a slightly different edge.
I went through my coins this weekend. My
Did you?
quarters, I didn't find any.
Oh,
not even with an S on it, man.
Really?
And now I did find two 1965 quarters when I was going through all my change. And I thought, Why does that ring a bell? So I did some Googling. 1965 quarters could be worth, which my two aren't, could be worth $16,800 each.
Oh, wow.
So if you have a 1965 quarter, check your change, and you look on the outside, and you know how you've got the little ridges and stuff?
Yep.
If this one is flat, you might have yourself a winner.
So a no ridge 1965 quarter is worth $16,000?
Well, I think if it's mint and all this stuff, it weighs differently. It just...
It's worth looking into, though.
Right, absolutely. I was reading that story thinking, how many thousands of dollars have slipped through my hands over the years because I had no idea?
It's a good question.
I mean, that's...
You never know.
That hurts.
Yeah, it does.
That hurts. So check your quarters, 99 through 2008, your state quarters. If they have an S on it, set it aside.
Mm-hmm. All right. By the way, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis holds a 20-point lead over former President Donald Trump for the Republican Party's 2024 presidential primary. That's according to a new study, a survey by Marquette.
Okay.
The poll found that DeSantis has gained ground on Joe Biden, too, moving from being down 9 at the start of 2022 to being tied with him at 42 all now.
So that's everyone.
Yep.
As opposed to the Republican side. Okay.
Right. Trump trails Biden by 10 points, the poll found, supposedly. I mean, really?
Do we know
Is that true?
how Ron DeSantis stands on the Constitution's election laws?
Yeah, I think he wants to stay with the U.S. Constitution. I mean, old-fashioned guy that he is. Stay with that dusty old document.
Okay. I've heard the other guy.
Yeah, the other guy says, maybe we just throw that out with the bathwater. Okay? Yeah. No, let's not. Let's not do that. I mean, Trump has done some really amazing things lately, and they're not good. When Republicans and Republican-leaning independents were asked who they would prefer for the 2024 nominee, DeSantis beat Trump 60-40. So there's your 20-point spread right there. Okay. And House Democrat Caucus Chairman Hakeem Jeffries, who was elected, last Wednesday by House Democrats to succeed Nancy Pelosi, he says that President Biden needs to be investigated seriously because of the Tara Reade sexual assault allegations. He said, that needs to be looked into. It's a serious allegation by a serious person. There should be one.
Wow, he sucks.
How about that?
Hakeem Jeffries really does suck in 2-3 dozen ways.
Mm-hmm.
But he's saying that?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they are setting up someone else for 2024. That's amazing.
It is amazing. Democrats just don't do this. They hang together. He made headlines in April 2020 after he broke with his party to lend credibility to the claims made by Reade back then. And multiple people have corroborated parts of Reade's story since. But Biden and his campaign vehemently deny the claims. It's got to be taken seriously because this is a serious allegation raised by a serious individual and needs to be investigated seriously. We've probably got to hear from him, meaning Biden, at some point directly. I'm not really in a position to say what's the appropriate mechanism, although this needs to be taken seriously. All of that from Hakeem Jeffries. Wow. Really something. Because, again, you just don't get this from Democrats. They protect their own. They don't break ranks like this. Reade's one of 8 women. You forget that sometimes. 8 women came forward in 2019 and accused Biden of inappropriate touching. She later expanded on her experience in March 2020, alleging that he once pinned her against a wall and did other things to her without her consent. It was despicable.
I remember she immediately went to a friend, and was it her mom as well? I forget.
I believe so.
So it wasn't like she sat on this for decades.
No, she told people immediately. Top Democrats, of course, downplayed the allegation.
Yeah, we got an election to win. We'll talk to you later. We'll deal with you later.
Then Senate candidate John Hickenlooper made headlines in June 2020 after he said he believed Reade's allegations to a large extent, but was going to support Biden for president anyway.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. So he's guilty of sexual assault, but you don't mind that in your president of the United States. Is that what you're saying, John? I guess that's what he's saying.
Wow.
In 2020, Reed released the book Left Out When the Truth Doesn't Fit In about her experience. And, that got zero attention. Jeffrey's office did not respond to Fox News Digital's inquiry asking whether the New York congressman still agreed that the allegation needs to be investigated or if he'd support an investigation in the new Congress. Interesting. Wow. So maybe the leadership will be a little bit different now. This guy's only 52, so, he might have his wits about him still. I don't know. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see if this comes if anything comes of it.
We'll see.
We all have our doubts.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I think we wrap up every story like that. Yeah, but I mean, nothing will come of it.
Right. We've got this incredible volleyball.
Yeah, somebody sent us this video, and you got to check out what happened. It speaks for itself. Watch this. This is incredible. And it's... Yeah, watch it. Wait, where's the ball? Oh, no!
Nice save.
Yeah.
And back over.
Yep. And she comes back. She comes back.
And she's in the play still.
She hit it.
This is incredible stuff from Kate Georgiadis.
Huh.
The resilience from the Cougars. The table's still on the ground behind the court.
Jeez.
And they get the point, Pat!
They get the point on a dink. Little dunk. That's cool.
You're Houston Cougars.
Huh.
And then they go over to pick the table back up that she crashed into.
That was pretty awesome.
That was awesome.
Kind of fun.
I love that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
Thought you'd enjoy that.
Nebraska has a really good women's volleyball team, right? Are they still in?
Absolutely. I think
in the tourney?
Yeah. Hang on a second. I have not been following.
The female
that
Cougars got eliminated over the weekend by Pitt. Yeah, kind of sucked.
Yeah, Nebraska will play Oregon next. Yeah.
So they're in the Sweet 16?
Yeah. So they're going to Louisville now.
Nice.
Yeah, I have not been following it like I should here this season.
Anybody yell racial slurs at the Nebraska game, the last one? No?
Only when BYU's in town. Yeah.
But they yell it in a super silent way so that it only goes to the person you intended it for.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. None of the whiteys can hear it. Nobody else of your race can hear it. Just you, the person who it's been directed.
So you know how this works.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes it tough to go back later and verify such an allegation.
It does, because nobody else can hear it. It's like a dog yelled it. Or something.
Something. We're close. We're close.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah, I don't either.
But somehow it does, because people are still offended by it, even though it didn't happen. Have you ever heard a mountain lion scream?
Wait. That's a nice little transition you got there.
Yeah. Apparently, police officers did. So
a little animal video for you.
Yeah, another little one here. Here we go.
Of course, there's no animal in it, but watch this. That was a mountain lion that cop was encountering.
Weird.
He knew it was over there. Go! I don't think so. I'm out of here.
That's a little spooky, isn't it?
I'm a call for backup now.
Yeah. I'm just going to leave the scene now.
This is animal control's problem at this point. That was, that was good.
This is adorable, too. Keith showed me this last week, and I usually hate these animal videos.
Yeah!
But this one's kind of fun.
Okay.
It's the dog singing happy birthday, sort of. Yeah, check this out.
Okay.
Happy birthday to... Happy birthday to... Happy birthday, dear Mama. Happy birthday to...
Oh, okay, wait. Watch out for butt tongue disease, though, lady.
Yeah. You don't want that. Ew.
Huh?
What? Why is she speaking gibberish there?
Seriously, the dog was more coherent than the chick there.
Very much so, yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
See, you like animal
videos?
videos?
It just does the one note there.
You have time for one more animal? We don't.
We don't.
Okay, we got to save this. Maybe the overtime audience might get this. Okay,
You talking about the Fauci thing? Or?
No, the guy jumps in the water and encounters
a shark.
A shark.
Oh yeah, that's kind of cool.
And his GoPro is rolling.
All right.
BlazeTV.com/Pat, yo.
Have a great day. We will be back here tomorrow. Oh, and we've got overtime coming up as well.